Gotta love this point of the season. Just 8 teams left with a chance of lifting the EuroLeague winning trophy. Every single one of them believes that they are absolutely on course to do so. This game here between Praha and Schio is a replay of that unbelievable third place game that took place on this floor last April, where Sventerreiter hit a buzzer-beating 3 to give Schio their first ever EuroLeague women's medal, and the heartbreak for the home team, walking away on their home tournament, their home Final Fours in 4th place, no medal around their neck. I'm sure that has motivated Coach Hakova this season, as she has brought together a strong roster as they look to try and go 1, 2, maybe 3 teams entering their final warm-ups. Under 8 minutes to go until our opening tip-off here, and our visitors, well, as I say, they will have very fond memories of this court from that historic evening. Here's the schedule from tonight, though, of the other quarter-finals already finished in Istanbul. Fenerbahce won that one 98-91. As it stands, Çukurova lead by 9 with a little over a minute left in the third quarter of that one. And at the half, it's Villeneuve d'Ascq with the slenderest 1-point lead in that quarter-final. The final quarter-final, game day 1 to tip off, is here in Prague as Praha take on Schio. As I was saying, Schio, fond memories of that historic night here on this floor. But I'm sure that they know that Praha will enter this evening's game with a point to prove. Schio continue to be the underdog and under-budget team led by the iconic coach Vicky Olakos, and I'm sure they're determined to get back to the Final Fours again this season. As for Praha, their loss in last year's Final Fours really forced them to be a little self-reflective and to change the way they approach their recruitment, moving away from putting their budget into a shallow but very talented few to a much deeper but potentially less experienced roster. That is what we see from Praha this season. Schio, well, they are the jack of all trades. They have a very deep team. They might lack some of the household names necessarily that other teams have, but they certainly have plenty of depth, team cohesion, team spirit in their roster, and that is how they've got to where they are now. Offensively, they rely on a few specific players to get the job done for them. In the middle of the picture there, as we went past, Yarantes is the main scorer, an offensive option for them, but make no doubt about it, the key to that Schio team is Coach Vicky Olakos and their captain Georgia Satana. They really bring leadership to the floor. Now for the home team, Praha. As I say, they have looked business-like all season, been locked in since the opening tip of the opening game. And it all looks like that coach Hakova is even more determined this season to right some of the wrongs of last season. Both ends of the floor, they've been pretty impressive. Second best offense, third best defense. Is that consistency across the game that makes them a tough matchup for anyone across Europe. However, one area of concern could be they do turn the ball over a little bit too much, over 15 times a game. And as you get to the postseason playoffs, you really can't afford to be that loose with your own possession, or you will be punished. Here are our officials for this evening's game. As you expect, a stellar officiating crew to take us through our game here this evening. Sipin Stoica, Ahmed Dara, and Cecil Gungosh from Romania, France, and Turkey, respectively. Coach Vicky Olakos and Coach Hakova, absolutely familiar foes, shake hands on the half, as do the players, as they both now look to lock in with under 5 minutes to go to our opening tip here in Prague. So remember, the quarterfinals are a 3-game series as Coach Vicky Olakos and his really enigmatic coaching style has prepared his team, no doubt, for the challenge ahead of them here on the road, as I say. have certainly won games on this floor before, against this opponent before, but it will be a different Praha team they face here this evening, and a different challenge, that is for sure. Another end of the floor, Praha. There are some familiar faces that will still be feeling the pain of that loss last year. The likes of their captain Teja Oblak, the Slovenian. That was heartbreak for her. Veronika Vrachkova, Maria Conde, Ayayi, Violova. These are all players that were there and certainly don't want to experience that pain again. And I'm sure that will motivate them to get the job done. As I say, a very different looking roster for Praha this season, and so far it has paid dividends to spread their budget a little bit wider than they did in the previous couple of seasons. Love to see the fans on the drums, they're ready to go. Hopefully you are ready to go at home watching this one. If you have your phones handy, I definitely recommend that you jump onto your app store, download the official EuroLeague Women app, available pretty much anywhere you get your apps, completely free of charge. Brings you so much content as we progress through today's game. On top of meeting in that third place playoff last season, they met 2 other times. They split those games. Here's the 5 for Schio to start: Verona, Girantes, Parks, Keys, and Juhas. Pastanio, Shuka, Klepa, Pennant coming off the bench for coach Vikiolakos. No Satana this evening for them. As for Praha, let's jump in and see if we can have a look at their starting 5 as well. Depth in this Praha team, and that might be where they benefit across this 3-game series. A deeper roster. Here's the 5 to start. It's Oblak, Kazola, Vrachkova, Ayayi and McBegor. Plenty coming off the bench as well, the likes of Conde. She will be a big addition off the bench, as will Ameze Hoff. What a game we have here. You would say Praha enter as favourites today, favourites for this series, particularly based on their performance in the regular season. But I tell you now, do not put any bets against any team that coach Vikiolakos coaches. Certainly don't bet against this Schio team from causing another upset. Almost has become a little bit of their calling card. One of only 2 teams to beat Fenerbahce in the regular season. And I'm sure that Coach Hakova has made sure that her coaching staff, her playing staff, and everyone involved with the club do not enter this game with any complacency at all. What an experienced coach she is. Been there, done that numerous times. Still has the fire and the passion for the game, but brings an air of just calm and measured reaction. Her team feed off. The start of this game could be very, very important, particularly for Schio. Can they get an early foothold into game 1 on the road?
ZVVZ USK Praha versus Beretta Famila Schio.
And we're underway here in Prague. Game 1 of the EuroLeague Women quarterfinals. This is a potentially 3-game series as Praha take on Schio. Ayayi straight to the rack, no good. Rebound pulled down by Keys. Verona now, the 24-year-old point guard who's really making a name for herself. Gets the pass back, and finishes with ease off the glass to get Schio on the scoreboard with their first possession. Zola made the move across from Avenida in the summer. Been a big part of why Praha have been so successful. Barachkova. Oh, corner three is good. Spreading the floor, moving the ball. Praha get an early score. Ball inside. Juhas skips it back out. Garantes. Juhas fakes the three. Elbow jump has to fade a little bit as McBegor manages to recover. Black now skips through the baseline. Cazorla for three. Oh, back-to-back threes to start the game for Praha. That absolutely is what Coach Hakevelt will have wanted. Fourth best three-point shooting team in the competition this season. Not this time for Verona though. Oh, Black behind the back with the handle. McBegor for three. Oh, that is the way. Praha with three triples to start the game. 9 points on the board. We're not even 2 minutes in. What a start for Praha. They're averaging over 75 points a game this season. Foul's going to be called. That one on Valerian Ayayi. First foul of the game for either team. Always put on a good game night here in Prague. If you're ever in town and Praha are playing, make sure you get yourself some tickets. Definitely a good night out. Jumper, long two, no good. McBegor with the rebound. Black skips it. Ayayi for three. And that's the end of the run. A little bit of a heat check from outside for Praha. Oh, Verona. Physical as she drives inside. Keys at the top, too heavy. Barachkova with an uncontested rebound. Schio look maybe a little bit shaken here in the early stages of this one. Ayayi maybe a little too far on the step back. Garantes, backdoor by Keys. Manages to just about hold on to possession. Into the hands of Parks. Parks won't get the score first time or second. Cazorla scoops up the rebound, and Schio not really challenging on the offensive boards right now. Average over 10 a game. Barachkova no good with that jumper, and a little bit after a brisk start to the game. Praha a little bit fragmented in the last couple of minutes. Verona comes back out to Keys. Juhas, shot clock at 3. Gonna have to get it away. In fact, they're just gonna give it up. Parks just throws it away. And the offense for Schio right now is just not working. Coach Vikiolakos needs to go back to the drawing board, needs to make some changes. Calls a timeout. Under 4 minutes played. He needs to talk it over with his team. They trail by 7. No surprise, it's a party atmosphere here as the playoffs come to town. The start that Praha have had certainly adds to the atmosphere. They lead by 7. 3 from downtown early in this game. Schio struggling to get anything away at the other end of the floor. They're not being aggressive and settling at the moment. Ayayi hands it off to Verachkova. Plenty of on-ball screens here from Praha. Zorla now behind the back, throws it away. Much better defense there. Galantes goes coast to coast with it. Will get the roll. Schio up to 4 points. Galantes gets her first of the game. She's averaging nearly 16 a game in the regular season. Oh, Verachkova hits another three. Perimeter defense severely lacking here from Schio. Parks now at the top. Oh, Galantes loses the ball but gets it back. Shot clock down to 2. She's going to have to throw a prayer up. It's swatted by McBegor. Long outlet pass as well. And the score, Praha are marauding on their home floor in front of their home fans. They are sending a message here right now. This is a redemption game from last season for them. Time to put some of those demons to bed. Verona kicks it. Juhas, 3-ball, short. Rebound pulled down by Ayayi. McBegor, not another 3. Short this time. Parks with the rebound for Schio. Brisk first quarter. Parks for 3, no good. Schio's offense right now has no structure, no identity. As Coach Hakever's going to make the first change as Villalova will come into the action. Verachkova gets another score. Praha's lead up to 12. More importantly for them, though, they've held Schio to just 4 points in 6 minutes of action. Parks now has to back it out. Shot clock down to 4. Schio again haven't really created much. Corner 3 is in and out. Rebound by Juhas. She'll put the 3-ball up in the corner. That one's off to the right. Verachkova, 3-on-1 transition, little lob pass. Where's the finish? Ayayi can't finish. She will draw the foul though and head to the free throw line. What a performance so far here from Praha. Both Villalova and Conde come into the game. To the bench heads Verachkova and Oblak. Double change for Schio as well as Crepa and Bastagno come in. Parks and Juhas head to the bench. Ayayi's first is good. 81% this season from the free throw line. The French international. A bit of dissent amongst the team at the moment. Schio, they're rocking here. I don't think they're expecting such a blistering start from Praha. Not sure why you wouldn't expect a blistering start. They are one of the best offensive teams in the competition this year. Multiple options on the offensive end for the team from Prague. Stolen away, good hands by Cazorla. That will be a turnover. Spaniard doing a great job of just hustling and putting pressure on. Lace tie from Conde, and we're good to go. Praha lead by 14. Hoff has come into the game as well as McBegor takes a break. Ayayi just scoops it through. Extends Praha's lead a little further in what has been a dream first opening 7 minutes to their playoff campaign. Bastagno. Sprawling defense here from Praha. Phenomenal, really. Off with the rebound. Villalova leads the charge. Hands it off to half. Oh, she slices to the basket. Finish not quite there. Verona now looking for options, which there really aren't many. Turns the corner, hands it to Bastagno. Bastagno probably should have cut to the basket instead of away to the short corner. Another steal, another turnover. Conde now just dips the shoulder ever so slightly, slides through. Finish not there, and it's knocked out of bounds by Ameze Hoff. Baseline ball for Schio. My goodness me, what a start from the home team, and what a shell-shocked Schio team we have right now in front of us. Onto the floor comes Elisa Penna. Stania now puts it up at the free throw line. Awkward looking shot. She gets her own rebound and comes out, and they'll get a fresh 14 to run off. Drive inside, little scoop shot is good from Verona. Costanza Verona trying to lead the way as best she can. She has 4 of the 6 points for Schio in this first, well, almost 9 minutes now. Begor comes in, Ayayi heads to the bench. Long pass, McBegor will just blast past Bastagno and get the score. The defense really offering nothing whatsoever there against, well, let's be honest, absolutely one of the breakthrough players this year. Ezzy McBegor, the 24-year-old, really has stepped up to the top tier of players in EuroLeague women. Certainly has to be in the shout of an all-tournament team, or an all-league team. Stolen away, good read by Krepa. Final minute of this first quarter. Foul's going to be called as Orka Juhas establishes herself down in the paint. Coach Vicky Olakos looking a little shell-shocked right now on the sidelines. Not sure he was expecting to see such a marauding first quarter as we see Zuka come into the action, the 18-year-old Slovenian. Under-18s MVP last summer in the Euros. She averaged just shy of a double-double, 16 points and just over 9 rebounds a game in that tournament. Absolutely expected to be a future superstar in the next couple of years. Black now brings it up over the half. Into the low post. Kicked out by Black. Feeds the low post again. Oh, beautiful ball movement. Oh, and that deserves the points. The corner bucket from Villalova, but it's the teamwork that you have to love. That is just beautiful basketball right now. Stiuka being harassed by Conde. Lovely crossover, drives to the basket, off the glass. Doesn't get the score though, and that will be the end of the first quarter here. And what has been an unbelievable first quarter of basketball for the home team. Praha lead this one 25-8, 10 minutes in the book. Can our visitors Always put a show on here. And Prague, what a wonderful city. What a wonderful club as well. Praha really do provide such a wonderful outlet for the young players in the city. What a season they're having so far. It's been pretty unbelievable, to be fair. Finishing top of Group B, 12-2 record, only losing to Polkovica on game day 2 and Villeneuve Dask in game day 12. And now they lead by 17 after the first quarter of game 1 of their quarter-final series. Handed inside, good ball movement, wide open in the corner. No good though with the jumper from Praha. Lovely pass, couldn't quite hold on to it though, McBegor. A little bit too hot to handle from O'Black. Zuka taking on a bit more responsibility in this game. Penna now inside. Lovely use of the footwork there from Juhas, the UConn graduate, getting the job done and really trying to lead her team a little here. That's 4 points, as well as 2 rebounds in the early goings. Hoff now skips it out. Wonderful ball movement. Hoff with the elbow jumper is good. And Praha pretty much pick up where they left off. There's pace, there's intensity, there's a bit of zip about the way they're playing this opening game of the EuroLeague Women playoffs here. Suka now kicks it back out. Juhas off right, kicks it back to the free throw line, and this is Schio style basketball. It's relentless, as we see one of their travelling fans, potentially their only travelling fan. There's commitment for you, making the trip here to Czechia. Stolen away. A resurgence here from the away team. As Schio get another score. Wouldn't surprise me if we see a timeout soon here from Coach Hakova. Lead has been trimmed to 13. 6-2 start to this second quarter for the visitors. Hoff no good. And a slightly more muted atmosphere here right now. Dropped out of bounds though by Aisha Suka. Coach Vicky Olakas just having a quick conversation with his young superstar. Timeout's been called. No real surprise that Coach Hakova will want to call a timeout. It's a strong run to start the second quarter from the visitors. Schio scored only 8 points in the entire first quarter. They scored 6 points in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter. So Natalia Hakova calls the timeout. Impressive resurgence from Schio at the start of that second quarter, forcing Coach Hakova into a timeout early, just to hit a little bit of a reset button before the game becomes too close. Praha still lead this one by 13 though, after a very impressive first quarter. Hoff now back to Conde. Conde drives inside, pulls up for a little short jumper. That one's good. Maria Conde brings so many upsides to any team she plays. We're averaging just under 11 points a game this season. the Spanish international. Schio now, skips it. Ball comes back out. Patience here by Schio. Tough looking shot, gets it to go though. Lisa Penna stepping in, making the most of the minutes she's getting. Only getting 12 minutes a game this season. Already has 4 points here. Shot goes up, that one short from Conde. Juhas with the rebound. Foul's going to be called on Barachkova. She gets locked down in the low post by Bastano, and that's exactly what Martina Bastano wants to do. The veteran big is the bully ball type player. Going to see the change as Oblak comes out, Cazorla comes in. Offensive foul's going to be called. Not sure who it's on. Is it on Juhas? Penna has been called for the foul. Barachkova now. Stolen away. Good transition break. Can they finish it though? No, they can't, and that's heartbreak. Schio does all the hard work, but the finish isn't quite up to scratch. Praha's lead stays at 13. McBegor looks to thread the eye of the needle. Instead, Bastano kicks the eye of the needle shut. It'll be a fresh 14 for Praha to work with as we see the return of Conde into the action as coach Hakova looks to go back to a slightly stronger on paper 5. Oh, but it's thrown away again. Now it's the turn of Praha to make the mistakes. Kicked out, 3-ball goes up and it's good. Big shot, Costanza Verona hits a 3. Really leading the way, 7 points for her already. And the lead is just 11 now. Hoff fades away, goes to the left hand. I'm loving that battle at the moment. Ameze Hoff against Dorka Juhas. That is a wonderful battle of the bigs. Dutch international going up against the Hungarian international. Here we go again. Hoff with the better of that exchange, but Juhas stays with it and gets the score. And Praha's lead is trimmed to just 11 points now after a blistering start to the game. You feel that the Italian team have just about found their place in this game and have a foothold. Offensive foul is going to be called as Hoff pushes a hand into the face of Bastano. For this Schio team, the Bastano matchup is easier for them to deal with than the McBegor matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Eddie McBegor back on the floor pretty quickly. Verona, catch and shoot at the top. That's a quick release, but it's off left. Over 4.5 minutes left in this first half. What a blistering first half it's been. Blink and you miss it. Praha lead this one by 11 over Schio. They led by 17 at the end of the first half. Schio have worked hard to bring that back to just 11. Cazorla, hesitation, hands it to Conde. The fellow Spaniard gets the job done off the glass for 2. Maria Conde, what a threat to bring off the bench for this team. Kick to the corner, almost thrown away. Juhas Gets it back. A free ball from way downtown is a prayer with the shot clock expiring, but they get the rebound and get the score. Complacency from the Praha 5 defensively, which you saw the reaction from Coach Hakova. She is not happy. Hoff goes to work, comes up short, will go again, gets the score on the second ask. Second quarter has certainly been scrappier from the home team's perspective, but they still hold a 13-point lead. Krepa, hesitation, drives inside, gets the score against Verachkova. Hoff again against Bastano. Loses the dribble straight away. Hoff not having the best of days so far. Out of the races now for the visitors. The layup's too heavy. Ayayi just barreled out of bounds. Foul's going to be called, I think, on Juhas. Baseline ball here for Praha in a packed house. If you've never had a chance to watch a game here, I definitely recommend it. Wonderful arena. Had the good fortune to be courtside for the Final Four last season. Certainly on my list of places to go back to, as we see Schio dropping into that 2-3 zone now, trying to clog the middle up as McBegor comes back in. McBegor goes off the glass and gets the 2. And that is what Ezi McBegor brings to the team and has done all season. A real versatile threat. Timeout called here by coach Vikiolakos as Praha lead this one 37-24. A little over 2.5 minutes left here in this first half. Wonderful start to the second quarter for the visitors. Schio really barreled their way back into this game after trailing by 17 at the end of the first 10. Now, whether you feel that Praha regained their composure, rotated back through to maybe their strongest 5, and it's now down to the Italian team to once again try and fight their way back in. Which way is that going to go? It's going to remain Schio ball. Coach Vikiolakos looks on, and what memories he must have from a little under a year ago here on this floor. The buzzer beater that gave his Schio team the bronze medal against Praha on their home floor. The underdog upsetting all the odds. Thrown away, poor pass by Bastano, rifling it way above her teammate's head. Timeout has been called, has it? No, it's just a double change. Galantes and Keys come back into the action. Out of the game comes Bastano. Also out goes Krepa. Galantes is an important player for Schio. Hasn't had a bright start to this game, but if they are to progress through this quarter-final series, she absolutely has to have big games. And comes up short by Opalak. She does the classic of wiping her hands on her jersey, as indicating it slipped out of her hands. The amount of times I've done that and other things to show that it was not my mistake, just a bit of sweat or something like that. Not casting aspersions on Teo Black, I'm sure it was. UHAS now. Hands it away. Foul's going to be called as Ayayi tries to fight away over the screen. Blistering first half. We've got less than 2 minutes left in this second quarter. Blink and you miss it. Verona now. UHAS. Lovely pass from Verona. Opens the defense up. Galantes at the top. No good. Oh, that's a big rebound. Foul's going to be called on Cazorla. She just tries to lock Parks down to the floor. Smart play there by Mighty Cazorla, really. Well, Spanish international regular made the move from Avenida in the summer after a pretty strong performance at Eurobasket Women, picking up the silver medal with Spain. Ball inbound inside now to UHAS. Tough play, great defense by McBegor. Those kind of defensive plays don't really show up on the stat sheet, but my goodness me, are they invaluable. Conde wants to drive baseline, door closed on her. Oh, lovely cut by Ayayi. Finish not there though. Looks to the ref for the foul, no call. Galantes nails the three. Ayayi still complaining at the ref. I think Coach Hakever's probably saying maybe focus a little bit more on the defense and the complaining. Black now drives inside, hands it off to McBegor, and it doesn't get much easier than that for a player of the quality of Ezzy McBegor. Takes her up to double digits. First player to get there, 11 points, 6 rebounds already for the Australian. Verona chased away from the bucket. Parks goes strong. Defense is stronger though. Not sure if that'll go down as a steal or a block from McBegor. Foul's going to be called on Galantes. You just feel that Praha are just starting to get the motor spinning again here at the closing stages of this second quarter. Ayayi will head to the free throw line. First is good. 81% free throw shooter. Brings so much experience with her to the floor. A real competitor in every sense of the word. Comes up short this time though, and UHAS scoops the rebound off the iron. Pass inside, wonderful slash to the basket by Jasmine Keys. Gets the score, and that will close out the first half of action here in Prague. Game 1 of the quarterfinal EuroLeague Women's Series between Praha and Schio. Home team absolutely dominant in the first quarter. The visitors looking to fight back in the second, but at the half it's Praha 14. is game one of the EuroLeague Women quarterfinal series between Praha and Schio. We're at the halfway stage here in the Sporting Hall Karlovka. And you have to say, an impressive start to the game. Really has set the tone for Praha. They led by 17 at the end of the first quarter. Hat tip to Schio though, they fought their way back in that second quarter. They now trail by 11. You'd still say heavily in favour of the home team, but Schio have certainly pushed the door ajar for a chance for them to push back here in game one and come away with an upset road win against the seeding. At the half, our leading scorer is Ezi Mugbegor, the only player in double digits. She's got 11 points and unbelievably 7 rebounds and 3 blocks already. UHAS and Verona 6 apiece. And we're underway here in Prague. Third quarter action. Game one of the quarterfinal EuroLeague Women's Series between Praha and Schio. Leading the way at the half break of the home team, Praha 40, Schio 29. And Barachkova just opens the lead up a little further as she nails another big jumper. Takes her tally out to 11 now. 4 from 5 from the field for the 24-year-old. Parks now. Garantes trying to shake Cazorla. Long two is too heavy. Rebound by Mugbegor. Just 2 rebounds away from a very early double-double. Cazorla, hesitation, reverse layup, no good though. Just didn't quite concentrate through to the finish, Mikey Cazorla. Foul has been called on Schio. Jasmine Keys called for the foul, so Praha will get another opportunity. Just about comes to Mugbegor. 3-ball Cazorla, not this time. Barachkova fighting hard. UHAS scoops up the loose ball for Schio though. Off the legs of UHAS, it's going to be Praha ball. They are going to review it though. Coach Likiolakis knows how important a good start to this second half is. If his team have a similar start as they did to the first, the game will be over in the blink of an eye. So he uses his challenge request. Coach's challenge. The officials will head to the monitor to have a look at some replays to see whether they think it's, well, who it's come off. And Coach Likiolakis just takes the opportunity to have a little bit of a half timeout there from the sidelines, as does Coach Hakova at the other end. Officials still looking at the monitor. See if they've made a decision. Looks like they have. Let's see what they've decided. It will remain Praha ball. There's no evidence to suggest otherwise. Coach Likiolakis has been around the game long enough to know to take it with a smile and move on. Oh, Black now being guarded closely by Verona. Mugbegor close at the basket, gets the score. 13 points personal. Praha's lead back out to 16 now as they continue to push on here. Verona skips it to Parks for 3, and that is an absolute relief for the Schio fans tuning into this one to see Parks get the 3-ball to drop, her first score of the game. 1 from 5 from the field for her. She showed her frustrations in the first half. Oh, Black for 3 now. Rims away. UHAS grabs the rebound. 6th rebound of the game for Dorka UHAS. Parks now. being double teamed in the low post. Oh, finds a way through. Gets it into the hands of Juhas, and the Hungarian obliges with the score. Ayayi for three. Comes up short. Long rebound falls kindly into the hands of Verona. Verona, little hesitation. Foul's going to be called. Have to love the way that Costanza Verona plays the game. Energy, direct nature, really is developing into a real high-level point guard. Definitely better on the ball than off. Keys with the turnaround, no good. Barachkova feeds Ayayi. Gets it straight back though. Drives to the basket. Stripped away. Praha will hold on to possession. Fortunately for Schio, their coach's challenge has gone. So coach Likiolakos cannot challenge. He will make the change though, as he looks to bring Krepa back in. A strong start to the game. Martina Krepa, as Garantes heads to the bench. Krepa came in with a lot of hustle. That's the style of basketball she plays, and that's what she brings to this Italian team. Black now kicks it to Cazorla. A little interchange between the two guards, and Black drains the three. Back out to a 14-point lead for the home team. Much to the appreciation of the home crowd. Verona goes down a dead end. There is no way out of the cul-de-sac. Keys needs to be careful. Really no play at the ball whatsoever there. Fortunate not to have an unsportsmanlike foul called on her. Praha really almost replicating their first quarter performance here. Not quite in the scoring stakes, but certainly in the way they're controlling this third quarter. Barachkova, corner three. Oh, it's good. It's money in the bank this evening for Veronika Barachkova. She shot 36% across the season. She's 5 from 6 from the field today. For her 14 points, has 5 rebounds as well. And the 24-year-old absolutely getting it done. Coach Likiolakos sees his team back out to a 17-point deficit now. And he knows it's the make or break moment. His team need to step up, so he calls a timeout. See if he can counter what's happening on the floor. Crowd certainly add to the environment here in Prague. It's a wonderful venue, great game night, and they are being given plenty to enjoy, plenty to cheer about here in game one of this quarterfinal series. The lonely Schio fan in the corner has not stopped supporting his team. Can they stage a big comeback here on the road in game one? Verona now against O'Black. Krepa almost throws it away. Parks holds on to it. Strong drive inside. Where's it going to end up? It remains Schio ball. No time on the clock though. The block is there, and that will lead to an outlet pass to Ayayi. She's going to draw the foul from Parks. Parks saying that Ayayi bought that one. The officials think not, and Coach Hakova looking pretty relaxed on the Praha bench right now as she takes a sip from her beverage. Aliayi now at the line. Strong free throw shooter. Valerian Aliayi. Back at the line for the second. Extends it out to a game-high 19-point lead now for Praha. And it looks like, as it stands, all of the game ones are going to go the way of the home teams. Earlier this evening, Fenerbahce picking up a 7-point home win against Avenida in their opener. Chukarova taking a 17-point win over Zaragoza on their home floor in Mersin. And DVTK closing out a 12-point win against French challengers Villeneuve d'Ascq. So, game ones look like they're going the way of the home team. Can Schio buck the trend here in Prague? They trail by 19. Parks now, shot clock down to 6. Juhas has it batted away. Good work by Hoff in the low post. Long pass to Hoff and just glides to the basket for 2. Ameze Hoff. A 15-5 run here in the first 4.5 minutes of this third quarter for Praha. Krepa, door closed by Ayayi. Park steps in, rattles home the 2. And Schio certainly have enough offensive firepower to blast their way back into almost any game, but it's going to change a real momentum shift here in this one. Cazorla. Little hesitation, skips it all the way around the corner. A little sideward step for Oblak. Teo Oblak drains the 3 ball. Takes her tally out to 6 points now, Oblak. Real captain's role, the 20-year pro. Absolutely the epitome of experience. Oh, but she's on the floor now. Does not look comfortable at all. That is not a good sign for Praha. She's holding her right knee. Looks like she's in a lot of pain. Oh, this is heartbreaking to see. You hope it's just a minor injury, but it looked like a nothing injury, and you just wonder, is it more serious? She is certainly not a player to go down easily. Almost a definition of a warrior, the Slovenian captain. She's going to be helped to her feet. It is that right knee, I think. Oh, this is a sad sight as we see her helped off the floor. Looks like she can put some weight on it though, so hopefully it's not too serious. Villalova will come in Oblak's place. Schio will also make the change as Siuka comes in for Verona. Cazorla now. Feeds Hoff in the low post against Bastagno. Goes to that little running left-hander. Foul's going to be called on Ameze Hoff. Plenty for coach Likiolakis to think about in front of this packed crowd here in Prague. Lovka Arena. As Varachkova goes to the bench. Into the game comes Conde. And coach Hakova certainly has a lot more depth in her team this season. Can lean and go further down the bench to bring experience and talent on the floor than maybe she could last year. Siuka now at the top, rips it over the top of Cazorla. Drains a long 2. That's a big play by Aisha Siuka, the 18-year-old. Cazorla now drives down the lane. No good off the glass. Foul's going to be called on Bastagno, I think. 3 minutes and 33 left in this third quarter. All the threes. Praha lead by 20 as McBegor comes back in. Ayayi heads to the bench. As Praha go with a little bit of a bigger lineup here in the closing few minutes of this third quarter. First is no good. A rare miss, a 78% free throw shooter. Averaging just about 10 points and 5 assists a game this season, Maite Cazorla. You do wonder how much her fellow Spanish international Maria Conde had in the decision-making process of Cazorla coming across. Defecting away from Avenida and coming to Prague. 21-point lead now for the home team. As Vrachkova comes back in and Cazorla comes out. Foul's going to be called on the floor on Villalova, just holding on to Bastano as she rolls to the basket. Not a bad foul, just the third team foul of the quarter for Praha, so it's still not in the penalty. Schio are just in the penalty. Step back from Juhas, rebound Siuka. Parks for three on the wing, comes up short. Bastano with a big rebound. Another foul's going to be called, this time on Conde. Fourth team foul of the quarter. Both teams in the penalty now for the final 3 minutes of this third quarter. Bastano puts it into Siuka. Siuka now, shot clock down to 3. Has to put the 3 ball up and drains it. What a game Aisha Siuka is having right now. 5 points for her, 3 rebounds. Really has come in and had an influence on this one. The 18-year-old. Conde drives the baseline, skips it. Villalova for 3. That one's way heavy from Villalova. Conde now, shot clock down to 3, puts the 3 ball up. That's an air ball, and will just bounce straight out of bounds. Little bit of a creak here from Praha. Not as dominant as Coach Hakova wants them to be. Siuka being harassed by Vrachkova. A bit of a weave on the wing for Schio. Parks now drives the baseline, goes inside, swatted away by Hoff. Hoff is in stand-in point guard. Conde glides to the basket, draws a foul. No, an offensive foul called on Maria Conde. As Krepa takes the stand, Conde not happy. Initial reaction was that it was a blocking foul. Conde needs to be careful. Parks comes out of the game for Schio. Penna comes back in. Penna had a strong start to the game, 8 points in a little over 9 minutes of action in the first half. Stania now. Inside to Juhas, going up against Hoff, little hesitation. Forced to fade away. Good defense in the end by the Dutch international. McBegor off the glass, draws the foul off Juhas though, as she looks to duck underneath. That will send McBegor to the line. 13 points and 9 rebounds so far for the Australian. The first is good. Back out to a 19-point lead for the home team. And the second, Schio took the opportunity to make a change as Keys comes in, Juhas goes out. Praha now looking for options. Finds Penna. Siuka. Intricate play, but not really creating the space they need. Oh, big defensive stand by Ameze Hoff. Conde drives in, hands it off. Oh, Hoff finishes at the other end of the floor as well. Park's not happy, holding her left elbow. 22-point lead now. Final 40 seconds of this third quarter. Parks drives strong, kicks it out. Bastagno for three. Little flat, long rebound picked up by Praha. Bastagno, shot clock at 4. She's going to spin to the basket. Good defense by Conde, better offense by Bastagno. She barks at the official on her way back down the floor. Final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Conde tries to feed Hoff. It's stolen away. Are they going to hold on to it? They do, but they won't get a shot away. And a dominant third quarter there from Praha, outscoring Schio 23-14, extending their lead out to a 20-point lead with just 10 minutes to play. End of the third quarter.
ZVVZ USK Praha a Beretta Famila Schio.
Just 10 minutes of basketball left here in game one of the
osobní chybu si přesvědčil Petrika Moráčková. ZVVZ USK Praha se vrátí Majte Gasodla a nahrazuje Martinu Korte. Faul střídačka číslo 13 McGregor, který první osobní chyba, druhý faul USK ve čtvrté čtvrtině. Střídaný tým ZVVZ USK Praha, do hry se vrací Valdemej a Marian Korte. Offensive foul for Schio, player number 31, just with his fourth personal foul. No substitution for Schio. Number 8, Costanza Verona, returns to the game, replaces number 7, Aisa Sika. Nejvyšší faul také na straně domácího celku. Proměnila se MS Hof, je to její třetí osobní chyba. Her second personal foul, second team foul for Schio in the fourth quarter. Čtvrtou osobních ilustrací se domácí RSO. A zároveň odchází střídat na modelovce a hrazuje SC McGregor. Sixty-eight, 50, 5 minutes, 45 seconds left. Timeout produce Famila Schio versus EuroLeague. Two points for Famila Schio, 71-52. Serla, druhá osobní chyba. A Beretta Famila Schio a ještě střídání se vrací z číslo 24. Robert Pikes a také z číslo 1. Dorka Juas. Kušač from the line for Costanza Verona. The one more substitution for Schio number 14. Martina Griba replaces number 31, Jasmine Hughes. A máme tu střídání na obou stranách v týmu Famila Schio, severu na další se mají zasypka. A v týmu domácí přichází Veronika Moráčková. cesty. Série se v tuhle chvíli přesouvá do Skia a přesně za týden ve středu 28.2. se už možná rozhodne o tom, zda postoupíme dál či nikoliv. Každopádně ještě díky moc a obrovský potlesk nejen pro naše děvčata, ale taky pro vás nejlepší fanoušky ve střední Evropě.